guys, happy Monday. Guess what? It's 4:30 and I am due for an early knockoff, which I'm so excited about because I can go home and walk Gabe the magical dog. But today what I wanted to do was talk with you a little bit about the role of belief in your business. This is really important because I believe that whatever you believe is going to show up in your external world. That's what's going to show up in your external reality. And I explained this in that article that I posted earlier today around the neuroscience of beliefs and experiencing your reality. So if you don't understand just how important the role of belief is, you could be missing out on some really easy, light, effortless ways to get the results in your business that you really want, whether that's creating income, time, or impact. Okay, so they're the three top things that people normally want to go into business to create, aren't they? All right, so a belief is a filter. You know, just like on Instagram, how you have the filter for sepia and you have vivid cool and vivid warm and all that sort of stuff. Well, that's kind of one way that you could look at a belief. Beliefs provide us with the ability to be able to extrapolate information from the world around us. If we didn't have that filter there, what would happen is we'd be very overwhelmed by all of the stimulation that's available to us, you know, in all of the different sensory ways. Having a filter protects us and helps us make sense of what's going on in the world around us. You have part of your brain that's called the reticular activating system, and that's really, really powerful. What it does is it listens to what the belief is that you're holding, and then it will go and it will deliberately seek out all of the information in the world around you and bring that back to you. Kind of like how when we ask a little puppy to go and fetch a bone or fetch a newspaper, it brings it back. This is the job of the reticular activating system. So what does this have to do with you and your business? Well, lots. If you believe it's really hard to get clients, then guess what? That little part of your brain is going to be on a mission to find all of the evidence that supports your hypothesis that it's really hard to find clients. And then guess what's going to happen? That's going to be what you experience. You'll say, this is my experience. It's true. It's so hard. If you believe it's really hard to make money in your business, if you believe that, you know, people aren't going to pay, they're not going to sign up, all of that sort of stuff, that's what's going to eventually happen for you. That will be your experience because the reticular activating system is out there looking for evidence. It's going to back up that belief for you. But don't despair, because you can, of course, change it. It does take a little bit of time, and of course, like anything, a bit of diligence and perseverance, because nothing happens overnight. We can't go to the gym and expect to, you know, bench 100 in one day. So it does take perseverance, and the simplest way around it really is to think about being very aware of what you say to yourself when you're faced with a situation in your business that you're not really happy with. You know, maybe you come into work and you really don't want to do your social media marketing, or maybe you come into work and you really don't want to deal with a difficult client or something like that. That's okay. Just pay attention to what that first thought is, we call it an automatic thought in psychology, don't we? It's called an automatic thought or an automatic negative thought. We want to catch that, write it down if you can, and then later on, when you've got 5 minutes peace to yourself, which is very hard to do when you're an entrepreneur, you want to sit down and really look at, okay, we've identified it, let's assess it and see if it's true. And let's assess it and see if this is something I want in my life. And let's assess it and see how it's showing up for you in your experience of your reality in your business. Okay, so it's very similar to what we might do in psychology with CBT, but it's just taking it a little bit more down a spiritual path. So then what you'll do is, of course, once you've made that assessment for yourself and you decide, no, it's not serving me anymore, it's actually probably holding me back, then you've got to kind of do the hard work. And the hard work isn't so much coming up with a new belief or coming up with a new thought. The simple way to do that is, instead of saying the opposite, so if your belief is it's really hard to make money, don't say, oh, it's really easy, because your brain won't believe that. you can say, I'm in the process of learning how to easily make money. If we use words like process and journey, our brain seems to understand and get on board with that a lot more easier. So you want to do that. But then the hard work comes when you have to realize, oh my goodness, to have this new belief come in, I need to let go of the old one. And we understand that in our mind, don't we? But actually doing it and letting go of that belief is hard. And it's hard because you've had it for a long time. It's settled into, who you are, how you see the world. And you've kind of geared the business around all of these beliefs. So there's going to be a little bit of fear around, well, what's going to happen if I let go of that belief? Although I don't want it, although it's not serving me, what's going to happen if I let go of that? And sometimes we find that we take a step back, because sometimes it's like the better the devil we know. But you know what? That's okay if that happens. You probably go forward and back a few times, but each time you go back to that unwanted belief or the belief that's not serving you, it's going to get harder to stay in that space, because you know now there's a better belief or a better option out there that's going to result in better changes for you and your business. You know, I was talking to one of my coaching clients today, and they've done like this great big branding thing, and he was really nervous about doing all sorts of things like changing logos and covers and this, that and the other. But by changing mindset, they were able to get everything that they needed to do done in a very short amount of time. Changing your beliefs is essential to changing your experience of your business. You're going to need to do it if you're not making the money that you want. You're going to need to do it if you're not creating the impact and reaching as many people as you want to. And you're going to need to do it if you want to create that time freedom that we're all wanting. You didn't get into business to work 12, 14, 16-hour days. I certainly didn't. You did it because you wanted to be your own boss and have more time to yourself, to be with people you love and do the things that you love as well. And I want that for you too, and that's why I'm sharing this information with you today. So I hope that you find it really, really helpful. If you're not in the group that I've got, it's free, and it's called Prosperous You, the Spiritual PhD for Business. It's here on Facebook. Head over and join. And if you're not on the email list and you'd like to be, of course, let me know and I can add you to it. We've got some exciting stuff that's going to be sent out over the next few weeks. So much fun. And if you're interested in being a guest on the new podcast, you can head over to the website. It's brooklynstormbusinessacceleration.com, and you can apply to be on the show there too. I would love to support you with your business. I think you're all doing such an amazing job. Thank you so much for your time today. Have a beautiful Monday night, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.